Hello students, this is Dr. A.S. Sayyed. I welcome you all for the course on finite element method in civil engineering. Our today's topic is shape functions for four noded rectangular element. So shape functions for four noded rectangular element. If you consider one rectangular element in which origin of coordinate system is assumed at the bottom left corner of rectangle, x-axis is horizontal towards right and y-axis is upward. Size of rectangular element is a by b. So coordinates of four nodes are 0 0, a0 for node number 2, ab for node number 3 and 0b for node number 4. We can call it as x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, x4 y4. That is coordinates of four nodes of rectangle. Rectangular element is also having 2 degrees of freedom per node. That is horizontal displacement in x direction and displacement in y direction. So 2 degrees of freedom per node. There are 4 nodes in the rectangular element. Therefore total degrees of freedom are 8. u1, u2, u3, u4 in x direction, v1, v2, v3, v4 in y direction. If you select any point P on this rectangular element, let us assume this is point P. This P point has Cartesian coordinates xy and displacement at any point P are u and v. Okay. So if you select any point on the rectangular element, the Cartesian coordinate of this any point P are xy and displacement of this any point P are uv. Now since there are total 8 degrees of freedom, 2 degrees of freedom per node, total 8 degrees of freedom are there. Out of this 8, u1 to u4, 4 DOF are in x direction and 4 DOF are in y direction. So to write down the displacement function u, we consider the 4 degrees of freedom. So we have to select 4 elements from the Pascal triangle. So we know that those 4 elements are 1, x, y, and out of remaining 3 in the third row of Pascal triangle, that is x square, xy and y square, we are selecting xy. So 4 elements are 1, x, y and xy. So taking these 4 elements into consideration, we will write the displacement function of 4 noded rectangular element. So u is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2x plus alpha 3y plus alpha 4xy. Already we discussed in the previous lecture that no need to write down displacement function of v, because whatever shape functions are used to represent the displacement u, same shape functions will be used to represent the displacement v. Therefore no need to represent the displacement v. So now this u, displacement function u, if you write down in a matrix form, this u is equal to 1 x y x y. This is called as parametric matrix and this is alpha matrix. We know that already we have solved 2 problems of bar and CST on this. So this is called as parametric matrix P and this vector is called as vector alpha. Let us assume this is equation number 1 where P stands for parametric matrix. Okay. Step number 2 is write down displacement function in terms of nodal displacement. Nodal displacements in x direction are u1, u2, u3 and u4. It means we have to write down displacement function for 4 nodes now, displacement at the nodes. So that is called as nodal displacement. So to write down nodal displacement in this vector u, replace u1, u2, u3, u4 because of 4 nodes. This is node number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now in the parametric matrix, this row, in this parametric matrix, substitute the coordinates of 4 nodes one by one. So for node number 1, coordinates are 0, 0. This already in the first slide we have seen. This is coordinates of node number 1 are 0, 0. Coordinates of node number 2 are a0. Node number 3 ab and node number 4 0b. So using these coordinates of nodes, if we substitute those coordinates of nodes here in the parametric matrix, to write down the displacement function at nodal displacements. So displacement at 4 nodes u1 to u4. Now in parametric matrix, that is 1 x, y and xy. In this parametric matrix, if you put the x and y coordinates of node number 1, for node number 1 coordinates are 0, 0. So here it will be 0, 0 and multiplication is also 0. So that is the first row of this matrix, which is for node number 1 coordinates. Similarly, coordinates of node number 2 are a, 0. So x equal to a and y equal to 0. So it will be 1, a, and since y is 0, its multiplication with x is also 0. So it is 1a, 0, 0. Similarly, coordinates of node number 3 are a, b. So it is 1, a, b and xy means ab. And coordinates of node number 4 are 0, b. So it will be 1, 0, b, 0. So this is called as connectivity matrix. We know that. Okay. So we can represent this by a x vector. This is called as connectivity matrix and this is alpha matrix. Let us assume this is equation number 2. Now if you calculate alpha from this, take a on the right hand side, left hand side, alpha is equal to a inverse into xe. It will becomes a inverse into x, this xe vector. So if you put this alpha in the equation number 1, in previous slide we have seen, if you put that alpha here, u equal to p and alpha is equal to a inverse into xc, so it becomes p into a inverse into xc. It is similar to previous problems. So if you substitute this value of alpha from equation number 2 in the equation number 1, we will get u equal to p into a inverse into xc, where p into a inverse is called as n matrix. N matrix is nothing but shape function. N matrix is nothing but shape functions. Okay, so we have to calculate shape functions finally. Okay, so in the next step we will calculate the shape functions by using p into a inverse. So shape functions, p into a inverse, p is equal to 1 x, y, xy. This is from step number 1. And inverse of a matrix. A is already we have written there. This is a matrix. Okay, this is a matrix. So this, if you take an inverse of this, okay, so inverse of this matrix will be equal to this. This inverse is obtained by elementary operations of metric algebra. So using this method of finding the inverse using elementary operation, we can find out the inverse of this matrix A like this. Okay, so this is P into A inverse. So if you multiply this P into A inverse, this row one by one with the 4 columns of this matrix, you will get the 4 shape functions. If you multiply this 1 x, y, xy, this row one by one with the 4 column. For example, 1 into 1, 1, x into minus 1 upon a, y into minus 1 upon b, and xy into 1 upon ab. That will be your shape function 1. So if you multiply that row with the 4 columns of the inverse, you will get the 4 shape functions n1, n2, n3 and n4. Okay, so these are the shape functions for any rectangular element having size a by b. But origin is assumed at the corner, one of the corner of rectangular element. In this element also we can prove the properties of shape function, that sum of shape function is always equal to unity. So if you prove, if you add these 4 shape functions and if you n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4, if you add, if you see that on the right hand side, here all elements will get cancelled except one. For example, minus x upon a plus x upon a, minus y upon b plus y upon b, minus xy upon ab plus xy upon ab, minus xy upon ab plus xy upon a. So all these elements will get cancelled. So answer of n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4 is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the derivation of shape functions for 4 noded rectangular element using polynomial in Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, thank you very much.